This is a Mercedes G-Wagon. From the outside, it looks like one SUV. But inside Mercedes-Benz headquarters, this vehicle has started a quiet war. Not between brands, not between countries, between Mercedes engineers themselves. Because right now, 3 different teams inside the company are fighting over one question. What is the G-Wagon allowed to be in the future? One team is trying to keep a screaming twin-turbo V8 alive in a world that wants silence. Another team believes the most powerful G-Wagon isn't the loud one. It's the diesel nobody talks about. And a third team has already replaced the engine entirely, with 4 electric motors that can spin this SUV like a military tank. Same body, 3 completely different machines, 3 different futures. This is not a lineup. This is a civil war wearing the same badge. And whichever side wins will decide what the G-Wagon becomes for the next 30 years. So, forget which one is fastest. The real question is, what is the G-Wagon even supposed to be anymore? The G-Wagon was born with one rule. Before celebrities, before luxury, the G-Class had one mission: survive. It was built as a military tool, a steel box on wheels designed to go through mud, sand, where roads did not exist. No luxury focus, no obsession with speed, just strength. Simplicity. But today, the G-Wagon is also a luxury icon, a celebrity status symbol, and one of the most recognizable SUVs on Earth. And now, Mercedes faces a serious identity crisis. How do you keep a military legend alive in a world going electric, digital, and heavily regulated? Mercedes didn't choose one answer, they chose 3. And those answers don't agree with each other. The V8 loyalists, AMG G63. This is the G-Wagon most people dream about, the AMG G63. Under the hood is a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, hand-built under AMG's one-man, one-engine philosophy. One engineer builds it, one signature. This isn't just production, it's pride. Nearly 600 horsepower, massive torque, side-exit exhaust. But numbers don't explain this SUV. Press the start button, and it doesn't wake up quietly. It explodes into life. The exhaust cracks, the body shakes. It sounds mechanical, alive, slightly angry. Inside Mercedes, this faction believes a G-Wagon should be emotional, dramatic, and borderline excessive. It should feel like machinery, not a gadget. Technically, this engine is a masterpiece. Turbos sit inside the hot V for faster response. Advanced cooling handles extreme heat. A 48-volt mild hybrid system smooths power without removing the aggression. It's modern engineering built to protect old-school emotion. From a regulation point of view, this engine is a problem. From a brand point of view, it's priceless. Because nobody buys a G63 for logic, they buy it for theater. And inside Mercedes, there's a team fighting to keep the theater alive as long as possible. The quiet workhorse, G450D, diesel. Now meet the G-Wagon that rarely trends online, the G450D diesel. No dramatic startup, no loud exhaust. Instead, you get a 3.0-liter inline-6 turbo diesel with mild hybrid assist and a mountain of torque heat low in the rev range. This engine doesn't punch, it pulls. Touch the throttle and the G just moves effortlessly, like it has unlimited strength and nothing to prove. Inside Mercedes, this represents a completely different belief. The G-Wagon should still be a tool first, luxury second. Diesel engines like this are known for durability, efficiency for their size, and long range between fuel stops. In remote parts of the world, diesel is easier to support. It's trusted, proven, off-road, low-end torque is everything. Crawling over rocks, climbing steep terrain, pulling heavy loads. This power delivery feels unstoppable rather than explosive. In many ways, this version is closest to the original G-Class spirit. Strong, durable, built to work. But it doesn't go viral. It doesn't headline music videos. It doesn't scream for attention. It just does the job. And in a company chasing electric headlines and performance image, the diesel faction feels like the quiet middle child. Still important, and just not glamorous. The silent disruptor, G580, with EQ technology. Then comes the version that changes the rules completely, the electric G580. No engine, no exhaust, no traditional gearbox. Instead, it uses 4 electric motors, one for each wheel. That decision rewrites how a G-Wagon behaves. Electric motors deliver maximum torques instantly. No revving, no turbo lag, no shifting. But the real revolution is control. Each wheel can receive power independently. The SUV can react to traction changes faster than traditional mechanical differential locks in many situations. And then there's the move that proves this is not just another luxury EV, G-turn. By spinning wheels on each side in opposite directions, the electric G can rotate on the spot like a tank. In tight off-road spaces, that's not just cool, it's real capability. Inside Mercedes, this faction believes survival means evolution. If the G-Wagon doesn't go electric, it risks becoming a nostalgic icon that slowly fades as the world changes. So, they kept the boxy shape, the exposed hinges, the iconic design. But underneath, this is a software-driven machine from a different era. To them, the mission is simple. Keep the legend alive, even if the way it moves changes completely. Same body, different souls. The AMG G63 says sound, power, and emotion matter most. The G450D says strength, range, and durability define a real G-Wagon. The electric G580 says technology and precision control are the future of capability. All 3 wear the same design. All 3 are called G-Class, but they represent different futures. This isn't just product variety. This is an identity battle happening in real time, where electric changes the game. Off-road electric tech isn't weak. In some situations, it's better. Instant torque means no waiting for power. Independent wheel control means software can manage grip with incredible precision. The electric G can crawl smoothly, distribute power in milliseconds, and perform maneuvers physically impossible for the V8 or diesel versions. For some engineers, this is the future of serious off-roading, but others argue something important disappears when the noise, vibration, and mechanical drama are gone. Because the G-Wagon was never just about getting through obstacles, it was about how it felt doing it. The V8 refuses to go, quietly. Even as electrification rises, the AMG G63 keeps selling. Because emotion sells. People still want the sound of a V8 echoing off buildings. They want the feeling of driving something unapologetic in a world trying to be efficient. For many buyers, the G63 feels like the last chapter of a dying breed. Inside Mercedes, the V8 team knows the future is uncertain. But as long as customers keep choosing noise over silence, they keep fighting. The diesel holds the middle between extremes, sits the diesel, not as dramatic as the AMG, not as futuristic as the EV, but incredibly usable, often the best balance of range, torque, and real-world practicality. It represents a version of the G-Wagon that still values mechanical longevity and global usability. It's not flashy, but it's honest. So, what is the G-Wagon now? A luxury performance monster, a global workhorse, a high-tech electric showcase, all of the above. Today's G-Wagon is not one clear idea. It's 3 competing futures wearing the same legendary shape. Every buyer who chooses a version is voting for what the G-Class should become. More emotion, more durability, or more technology. The real battle isn't on the road. It's happening inside Mercedes. How long can the V8 survive? Will diesel slowly fade away? Will electric redefine what capability means? The G-Wagon started life as a machine built to survive extreme environments. Now, it's trying to survive extreme change. Most vehicles from its era disappeared. The G-Wagon didn't. It split into 3 personalities and decided to compete with itself. So now I want to ask you, if you could decide the future of the G-Wagon, would you keep the roaring AMG V8 alive, trust the unstoppable diesel torque, or go all in on the silent electric revolution? Because the civil war inside Mercedes is far from over, and the winner will shape the next generation of this icon.